What's up, guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Vivid Skip Burst Jump Rope. So stay tuned.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junkie
What's going on, guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Vivid Skip Burst Jump Rope. As you can see here, I got mine in red. You can also get this jump rope in yellow, blue, or green from the Vivid Skip website or from Amazon. That's where I got mine from. And it retails for $34.99, so 35 bucks. Get yourself a really nice, solid jump rope. I do boxing, so obviously jump roping is a huge component of our training, especially for conditioning and coordination. But even if you're not into boxing or combat sports, a lot of people like to use jump ropes for the conditioning, whether it's CrossFit, circuit training, whether it may be that you might be in a different sport completely and you're just using jump rope to help with your conditioning with the interval training that you're doing. And now this particular rope I was really interested in because I have several cable ropes that I've used in the past that have issues with tangling up, some that don't distribute the weight properly between the rope and the handles. So you feel that the momentum in which you swing your arms doesn't feel really good, doesn't feel very organic. So I wanted to get a different rope, and I looked around and I found this, and it had really good reviews, so I wanted to try it out. So let's go over this actual rope, starting from the handles down to the rope itself. You can see it has 6-inch plastic handles. It has kind of a marbleized look to it. And at the very bottom here, the handles are ribbed. One issue that I had with this is once my hands started to get a little bit sweaty, I found that the handles got a little bit slippery. So maybe if they revise this rope a little bit, they can add some kind of texturized grip or maybe a rubber grip on the exterior of the handle here to help out with that. But with it being 6 inches, you can actually see I have medium-sized hands. I have a really nice grip of it. The actual diameter of the grip itself isn't too big, so you don't feel like you have to use a lot of grip strength to hold the actual rope handles. So I actually like the diameter of it. I feel that when I hold it, I have really nice control between my index finger and my thumb as far as doing side to sides, crossover, double unders, all the tricks that you see people do. You can do it effectively with these handles comfortably. I do like that, how it gives you a little bit extra grip here, but again, once your hands start to get a little sweaty, I noticed that my hand would slide a little. Not a huge deal, but just something that hopefully they can correct. And then right in here, one thing I do like is that it's somewhat modular. You can see right here, and it has a 360-degree pivoting system. So it doesn't use a ball bearing system. And the advantage I have, or should I say the advantage of using this system, is where the rope actually connects to the pivot. Now, some of the other ropes that I used in the past have a ball bearing that's actually embedded into the top of the handle. And then the actual rope right here goes into the handle, which gives you an advantage of adjustability. However, once it starts rotating over time, the actual rope, because it bends like that into the handle, will start to do that. at the very end inside the handle and eventually will snap. So I have a jump rope that I have from Rival Boxing that has a very similar system where it goes into the handle, but over time it keeps popping off and I have to retrim it and put it back in because of that system with the ball bearing. Where this has that 360 pivot, so you can see where it has a male screw that screws into the female end right here, and then this pivot actually just drops inside there. From there you have this metal ring that connects to this little eyelet or hook right here that has a threaded end, okay? From there, this threaded end actually screws into the end of the rope. So the rope itself is a standard rubberized rope. It comes in a length of 9 feet 10 inches. So the rope itself right here is 9 feet 10 inches. Before trimming it, that fits about, I'd say the height of a person of about 6'5", 6'6" max height. If you're anything taller than that, you probably don't want to get this rope because it's going to be too short. You're going to be constantly swinging down and hitting your feet. You're not going to be able to jump rope efficiently. So I'd say about, if you're 6'5", 6'6" max, the length of this rope from the factory will definitely be good. So you can see right here at the end of the rope just has a standard opening, and then from here you can see this eyelet screw that screws into it. I haven't had any issues of this pulling out, and I actually really like this system in the fact that you just screw it right in and there's not much to it. So it's pretty simple but yet effective. So you can screw that in. I'll show that to you real quick. And that is that. So you can see both handles are identical. 6-inch handles. You have that 360-degree pivoting system. It runs really smooth. When I do my jump ropes with this, when I jump rope and I do double unders and whatnot, I don't have any issues with any resistance, anything getting binded up. So I really like that. Now, adjustability is a huge thing with this rope and kind of a drawback. If you have to trim the rope and you're like me, I'm 5'8". The way you trim it typically, which has always been kind of the universal guideline for measuring jump ropes, is that you put the rope down to the floor under your foot, and then from there you raise it up, and you want to get basically the handles up under your armpit. They also say that you can use your chest or your nipples to kind of use that as a guideline, but me personally, I always use the inside of my armpit to measure up. I give it a little bit of extra slack, so mine goes a little bit higher than that. I have mine right at my shoulders, just because I want a little bit extra slack, because you can always cut off more, but you can't restore what you already cut off. So that is one drawback with this, is that once you trim this rope to your size, anybody that's taller than you is going to have, or even shorter than you, because they would have to trim it to their height, won't be able to use it. So it's kind of a personalized jump rope. The other thing is, a lot of times if you have a jump rope that's longer, but you don't want to trim it, is a lot of times people will do the knot, right? So you can put this in a knot. The issue I found with this is that the knots don't stick because of the type of rubber tubing they use in here. I feel that this is a little bit more rubberized, where some of the other jump ropes has more of a nylon feel to it, so the actual rope itself stays locked in once you pull it tight. With this one, I felt like the actual knot would loosen up as I jumped, and you wouldn't get the correct height with this if you tie it a knot. So that is another drawback with the knot, is that you're not able to do that. So again, if you're taller, once you trim it and someone else wants to use it and they're taller or shorter than you, the height of the rope might be an issue. The other thing, which was advertised with this rope, is that it does not tangle up. So another big thing with jump ropes is, once you get them brand new, it takes some time for this rope itself to break in, because from the factory you can see it kind of comes kind of kinked up. And I found the case for this rope to be the same. You can see where it's been hitting the floor, I've been using it, is that it does take time to break in. Now, it works better than your standard steel cable ropes in the fact that your side-to-side motions are a lot more cleaner. Like, I don't feel like it tangles like some of those steel ropes do, but there's still a break-in period. So what I have been doing to increase the break-in period with these when I'm not using them is, when you get home, maybe find something to hang the rope on and allow the rope to hang in its natural position. And what that will end up doing will allow the actual rope itself to get rid of any of that preformed kinking, so that when you're using this, and the rope is spinning and you're going and you're doing your double unders, you don't have to worry about the rope itself starting to bind up. But all in all, I'm really satisfied with the rope. For me personally, I like it because I'm the only one that uses it. If you're going to be using this at your own gym, maybe you have multiple people using it, keep in mind the adjustability factor of this. One thing you can do to offset that is maybe get yourself a couple of extra ropes that are trimmed to different sizes to accommodate other people of different heights, which you can do as well. But I definitely like the color schemes. I like the functionality of the rope, how smooth it rotates. I do like the quality overall. So a really nice jump rope, especially for those of you that are both getting into jump roping, or even if you're an advanced user, I think you'll find that this rope works really nicely. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box on where you can find these Vivid Skip jump rope. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.